Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
The show starts
right here, right
This
now.
is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
We breaking news again. Hog HQ Live, tell a Razorback friend. Hot Adam DP, the squad you can trust. On every platform, we never adjust. From the hills to the streams, we the Hog Dream Team. Dropping Razorback gems, y'all know what I mean. Heart with the insight, sharp as a tusk. Adams takes heavy, break the mic in the dust. DP in the cut, stat sharp as a blade. Talking hoops, talking football, every play gets made. Razorback Nation, call it Hog Vibration. On Facebook, YouTube, even Twitch sensation. Instagram scrolling, X marks the spot. When the pigs hit the field, we reporting the plot. Hog HQ Live, breaking news worldwide. Razorback pride, we'll never divide. From the press to the streams, every sport, every scene, we the Hogs, we supreme. Living out the dream. Hog HQ Live, breaking news worldwide. Razorback pride, we'll never divide. From the press to the streams, every sport, every scene, we the Hogs, we supreme. Living out the dream. DP crunching numbers that I'm setting the tone.
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Ox Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hog HQ. Woo! Pig Sue! Wee! Go Hogs!
Go Hogs, indeed, indeed, indeed. Welcome back to another great episode of Hog HQ Live, brought to you by the Hog Talk Podcast. Look, your screen is not deceiving you. Yes, it's 3, but it's 2 and impossible. It's like playing spades, right? So before I get started, let me introduce the guys. This is Adam right here, and my man right here. This is Porter Hayes of the Hog Talk Podcast.
Gotta work on that.
Yeah, you got to work on this. You got to get your lungs together, brother. Look.
Mexico's playing at 8, so I'm a Mexican pride. I'll do it later on.
There you go.
Transplanted messed up. It ain't hard.
Ooh. Copy and paste.
But he on time.
Hogs on SI or something like that. That was a copy and paste.
That's not sports industry. You got it. You'll do it at some point. Yeah, get it together. Anyhow, look, man, it's another great episode. We're back with another one, dude. Look, excited to have you. Remember, as always, tell a friend, and we're back again with another great episode. talking everything Hog Sports and everything else in this talking season. Now, Porter sub for MIA Hard, no doubt. Transplant Texas. There you go. Transplant Texas. Thank you for being on and early and being live with us. We definitely appreciate you communicating with us. Check it. Now, we just had today is the 5th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was the 4th of July. Now, everybody does the 4th a little bit different. My question to you guys is, like, what's your go-to? Like, what do you have to have? Whether you had it yesterday or not, like, what's your go-to on the 4th?
Nothing.
Porter, go ahead. Porter, go ahead. What's what you got?
You got to have a cold drink. You got to have some kind of cookout. I mean, if we're invited or not, depending, you know.
That's what's up.
But no, I mean, you watch other people's fireworks. I mean, that thing's too expensive to buy on their own. But I'll say this: where I work, I don't know if y'all seen the video I posted last night. I work in Fort Smith on top of this hill, and I was able to go out the back door and look at all. I mean, I probably watched every fireworks display in the River Valley. It was really, really cool. So watching other people shoot fireworks, back it up, Terry, you know, all those kind of things, you know,
back it up, Terry.
Gotta have that.
Adam, you posted back it up, Terry. It's
with my boy Dino's head on there. Yeah.
Hey, did you see he was actually in a parade?
Yeah, they do a yearly parade with him on the trailer. You know, things have changed over the years. I was in retail for 20 years, so I mean, I was used to working. I mean, you get off by 6 o'clock or whatever, but it was just never a big deal, I guess. Growing up, it was, you know, going out to the grandparents because they lived out in the country and out of city limits, so we could do whatever, you know, cook out, shoot off fireworks. As you got older, it was finding places to go or going to fireworks shows. I don't like going to downtown Fort Smith just because there's so many people cramming down there. You know, the past few years, it's kind of the neighborhood around here because the cops don't enforce anything. There's enough people shooting off stuff. You can just go sit outside and watch. Yesterday, this area, we got a storm rolled in about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So things kind of died down, made it a little bit quiet, which I was okay with because these fools will go till 3 or 4 in the morning if you're not careful. Yeah. So it's different for everybody at the same time. It's a good time of the year. And you know, I precursored this to y'all before the show. This is a video I saw on TikTok earlier, and it was this. I'm guessing this family group of friends, whoever. It's their yearly tradition for the 4th of July. And I just wanted to know if you would take part in what they do. And DP, this is more for you, and I think you'll know why when you see the group of people.
Okay.
Whoa.
Group of people, yeah.
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, so here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Hell no. Ain't no way.
No.
You wouldn't want to do that?
Oh, my God. Dog.
3, 2, 1.
Ain't enough gummies in the world to make me do that.
Now I can't lie. I'm somewhat of a daredevil. If enough people went ahead of me and nobody was injured, I would do it just for the thrill of it. You dig?
I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, they're going to go into a body of water.
Body of water.
Right.
The blob there. I was like,
body of water. Straight. Evil Knievel going over the. No.
You guys know about Dalton Ain't Word?
About
the guy
what?
on social. Y'all don't. Algorithms are different. It's a dude named Dalton Ain't Word, and he got the girl Sacco. Some people know, some people don't. Anyway, they did a redneck. He's from West Virginia. He considers himself to be a redneck.
Bearded. No.
Yeah. The dude, dude with the beard dude with the chick from Africa. So he did
He's doing a redneck farm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like he did the whole zip line over the pond.
Redneck amusement park or whatever.
There you go. Something like yeah. So, dude, I watched once they got it complete. I was looking like, let me tell you something. I don't know what the hell is in that water while y'all jumping off that slide. I may have tried it. Yeah, if I had enough beers, been easily influenced on that. But like they had a hell of a time. You know,
you see the one where they had the front end loader or whatever, where they got this, they have them.
I saw that on like Duck Dynasty.
Yeah,
they did when they did theirs early. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah,
dude. So you're talking about traditions. I think for me, the tradition is a tradition combo. It's kind of like burgers, fries, and a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's ribs, macaroni, and baked beans. If I just had to do 3. Now, Porter said get a cold drink. Now, we talking adult beverage?
Yeah,
we're talking.
beverage, yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Absolutely.
And we're talking
Gotcha.
Pepsi.
Yes.
Hell, no, sir. No, sir. We're talking about some peanuts and some something dark in there, some Jack or something. Anyhow,
it's been cool too with us. You know, we've talked with both shows. We've talked for the past week about the international fans over here. Can we shoot HY? We need to.
Oh man,
we need to take the blob, pull the blob out while you get midair.
There you go. There you go.
But the international fans that have been here for the World Cup and whatnot, seeing a lot of their videos, just the reactions of like fireworks and how cool it is, seeing it, being a part of it. I know that a lot of people know these two guys that they're over here a lot, Jace and Josh. They've toured America for the past few years. Jace was recently in Arkansas, went around Arkansas, a bunch of different places. He posted his thoughts this morning about yesterday, and I thought the funniest part was he's like, I went out on my porch 9 o'clock in the morning with a cup of coffee, and stranger walked up and handed him a Bud Light. So I'm going to play that real quick, just to see like their point of view. Hard is it my duty? Yeah.
Oh no.
Raisins and potato salad.
Wow. Wow.
But just seeing their thoughts and point of view on how we celebrate over here.
I don't even know where to begin with this one. Let's talk about my experience of the 4th of July as a Brit. Yesterday was the most American day I've ever experienced, and I'm still not fully convinced it actually happened. So I woke up with a coffee, and within about 30 seconds, a stranger had swapped it for a Bud Light. I don't know if that was hospitality or an initiation ceremony. In Britain, a neighbour might borrow your lawnmower. In America, they look at you and think, that man needs a beer before breakfast. Then we went to a fair, and I dunked the king. Now, as a Brit, I don't think HR back home is going to be too pleased with that one. Then I signed the Declaration of Independence. Imagine explaining that to my ancestors. 250 years later, and another Brit's gone over there and signed it. Then the night finished in the most American way possible, setting off our own fireworks. For the first time ever, may I add. And yes, we ran away, alright? But look, in every American film I've ever watched, Americans light the fuse and start sprinting. I just assumed that was the official procedure. Turns out Americans don't panic. Brits just hear one hiss and suddenly we're qualifying for the Olympic 100 metres. But what was special is everywhere we went all day, people just said happy 4th, and I had never heard that before in my life. Everyone was smiling, everyone wanted to enjoy the day. Back home, if somebody smiled at me, I'm immediately checking if my wallet's still there. I will genuinely never forget experiencing the 250th 4th of July. America, you are absolutely mental, and I mean that as the biggest compliment possible. Thank you for letting this confused Brit be a part of it. Happy 4th.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. The fact that they can experience that for the first time and have so much gratitude for something that we have, once a year, depending on where you live at. Depending on where you live at, they probably shooting. You outside the city limits, you country living. We shoot.
Yeah, and there's people too that are just like, I don't know if that was a firework or a gunshot.
Yeah,
dude, hold on. Two things real quick before we get up out of 4th of July. If you are a person who has a Ring camera and you have access to the neighborhood app, ma'am, if they shooting, call the police. Stop asking us in the damn neighborhood app if there was a firework or a gunshot. Call the police.
But there's even Fort Smith. There's a Fort Smith Residents Forum Facebook page.
Yeah, and
you'll see there randomly on there, somebody will post, did anybody hear gunshots over off blah blah blah? And I'm like, what are you like? You're going to Facebook to see if somebody else heard gunshots.
Let me tell you something, dude. I said in the video before off of here, it's a reason why certain things get stereotyped. Oh, what is that noise over there? Let me go see.
Yeah,
it always happens, dude.
Cat Williams.
Dog, closing out 4th of July, we get into some real sports. Speaking of sports and 4th of July, the most American thing happened on July 4th. Did you see y'all boy, your hero yesterday?
Yeah, I won his 18th hot dog eating contest, right?
See?
Yeah.
Porter.
Yeah.
Porter, we was here. So you thought I was going to go there. I'm not touching it. I'm touching Mr. Glizzy Gobbler 3000. Now, was it Kenny Chestnut?
Joey Chestnut.
Joey
Chestnut.
Chestnut.
That's
You're thinking of Kenny Chesney?
No, I'm thinking Kenny Chesney is a Tennessee fan. That's the country guy. But my boy eating all the glizzy yesterday, dude. The fact that it was a grown man stuffing Nathan hot dog glizzies down his throat.
Is he still doing? Because I know like
with
a year.
water.
I know not too long ago he was doing like tofu dogs or something.
He back. He trying to get the record. He was trying to get the record the other day. But I'm just looking like, if I'm a Brit, and I'm looking like, wait a minute. So it's grown men stuffing hot dogs 3-4 at a time in their mouth with water. It's the biggest pause moment of 250 years on the 4th of July for the birthday. I never thought a Brit would appreciate July 4th. Well, we had to be at a birthday, had to be in America, and I think he had an understanding of why we got our independence for all the things that we have that they don't. USA, no doubt about it, man. I think a lot of things going on with the World Cup and see a lot of people's experience of America. It's a very refreshing thing. Amidst what's going on and where you stand on it, it's just amazing. Other people appreciate things that we take for granted, have access to every day. So I'm in love with that. Ty says, Porter glad he and Ozark only noise he has to worry about.
Moonshine.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Adam shared that video with me about the guy he's from Germany, and just dude was in tears.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you want to transition to that, but I mean, the fact is we are having people. Jace come over a couple weeks ago, and we're seeing all these people, the Norway doing the drums and the row, and we're having people come from other countries teaching us how to be Americans and hospitality.
Oh,
you got people pointing back and forth, and it's just like you're having all these. And I'll say one thing about the Americans. You think about this. There was 70,000 people singing country roads in California.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is changing
the whole landscape.
This is what we want. This is what we want to bring us back together. I told Adam on our last week's show, I was around during 9/11, and when President Bush went out and pitched the first pitch during the World Series, moment. How that brought America together. It was a coping mechanism. It was medication that we all needed to breathe. And it was one of the most emotional sports moments in my life. Absolutely. Watching that and how everybody cheered. Watching this stuff and the dude getting emotional from Germany, it gets me emotional because that's where I want sports to be that again. I want it to be an outlet. I want it to be where somebody can go escape for 2 hours and watch a game and just be immersed in the emotions. And I'm telling you, the World Cup could not have picked a better year to come to America.
Absolutely.
America. I can't say enough about it. We've talked about it. Me and Adam talking about it the last 2-3 weeks. It gets me emotional talking about it because I remember back when sports brought everybody together.
Correct. It brought a lot of people, conspiracy theorists together. Don't know if y'all seen a reptilian in the crowd with the eyes shifting. Mm-hmm. I digress. Anyhow, speaking of 4th of July, and speaking of sports, yesterday started Summer League. We got a chance to see our guy Darius Acuff Jr. in his debut with the Sacramento Kings. The man ended up with 25 points within 24 minutes. Man, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. He was really getting it.
I'm going to touch on this right quick because just get it out of the way. People talk sports. Well, ESPN. People just going in on him going 9 for 29. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to play this, and Porter and I have joked about this before. This is what I have to say about that.
He was such a good scorer, I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, he gonna get buckets. You on the team that's sorry. You the guy. Take all the damn shots you need.
And look, it's going to be one of the things you can talk all you want. If he continuously goes 6 or 7, 8 from the free throw line, who cares? I mean, he's giving you 25, and because those free throws are going to come in clutch. He's going to win games. So yes, and that's where we are. You got to think now. It's like almost like somebody going to the Hall of Fame being a 250 batter. We're going to have people that are scoring 25, 30 points a game, and they're going to go 10 for 30. They're shooting the ball 25, 30 times a game. That's just where we are now. So I know we're back in the past of thinking that's horrible. It's not good shooting, but look at the points he got, and they won. That's all that matters.
And he had the assist on the game-winning shot.
Yep. No, for sure. I seen that clip, and I looked at it and said, why are they showing me this clip in my timeline? But I didn't recognize it. Initially, it was Acuff with the assist.
If y'all noticed, too, he changed shoes at halftime.
Oh, yeah, he had to put on his shit. Yeah, he had to do it. This is a thing that's wild, man. It's amazing to me to watch. Now, for me in particular, we spoke about this at the beginning of the season, Adam, and I said, I don't think people really understand how good this young man is and can be. And I said early in the season, when we played those non-conference games and lost to Michigan State and played Texas Tech and all those, I said this dude could end up being the best Razorback in a number 5 jersey, which we'll talk on a number 5 jersey at some point throughout this show. But with that being said, I feel like to watch him in college and to watch him do the exact same thing in the pros, it was refreshing because we've seen how he started and where he ended up at. This young man could be elite, could be a generational talent in the NBA.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of stars come out of Arkansas, and they've, went to the summer league, and they've, they're doing 2-way ball, 10-way contracts, or it's taking a long time to get their footing. And, look at Jordan Walsh and Nick Smith Jr., all these players, Moses Moody, it took them a little bit to go out and shine, and now we're seeing him from the jump. It is refreshing that as much notoriety that Calipari and all his recruits get and his players, somebody coming in and making an immediate impact, that's going to do more to elevate where we already are as recruiting. That's going to do nothing but elevate where he is, because they're going to start going in and immediately being impacts on NBA rosters.
Well, and you've got somebody like Adu Thero. He's going through that right now and having to deal with the 2-way gig. He had yesterday or Friday, he had 9 points in 21 minutes, 2 assists, 2 steals, 4 rebounds. He's going to be a stat filler. He may not he may not put up 25, 30 points, but he's going to get you 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3. I mean, he just like today, he finished with 13 points, 2 assists, 3 steals, 3 rebounds. I mean, so he's just all over the place, but he's one that is having to earn his spot.
Yeah, and I appreciate
he's
him.
All over the court.
I appreciate him because he hit the parlay today, so I appreciate him for going under on his points. I knew he wasn't gonna ball out, but with that roster that he's on, it looked like both of y'all could have been on the roster too. With the way
they had that 40-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old ball dude.
It don't matter that he 30 and ball. All of them white.
Oh, the LA Quakers.
Yeah. Right.
The LA Quakers.
I said, what the hell? I said, you know what? Now I can't
laugh Lakers.
Yeah.
Right. I can't even laugh. I mean, I can't, to be honest with you, I'm like, when we talking about like hoopers, and like when I look at NBA teams or even college teams and look at teams who win it, one of the things I recognize is it's the chemistry, it's the individual work ethic of those people. Indiana, for example, in football, who the hell thought Indiana was going to win a national championship? But what I'm saying is you had a bunch of guys who understood and bought into their role. Same thing we see in Michigan in basketball. So I'm making a joke about the Lakers, but I'm looking like these dudes understand their role. It could be a hell of a team.
Actually be the man. He's not going to have LeBron there where he feels like, but if he stays healthy. But I'm telling you, they're going to be a different team.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm sorry, you could say what you want about LeBron and this and that, but they're going to be a better team.
Absolutely, team.
That's the way they might not have a better record, but they're going to be a better team. Yep. And you have Austin Reeves, where that one time where he took a triple-double away from LeBron or something, and he threw a fit about it. Like, they're going to be able to go out there and they're going to ball. And I'm telling you, they're going to surprise people. Everybody laughs now, and we can make the Snowtime Lakers and all that. That's it's cool. It's funny, but
the cream team.
Yeah.
The Mayo mob.
Yeah.
Hell no.
It was hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's a good collection of talent that, like I said, understand their role. I think they will really play well together. So I'm excited to see what it looks like. I'm sure Luka's going to, make sure to make everybody pay for it. Luka been injured and started to get in shape. See, the little LeBron little segment rubbed off on him. He
went to LA and got in shape.
There you go. LA, you got to get in shape. You got to be six. There you go. Real quick, I do know we talked about ProHogs. We haven't heard a thing about, I've been waiting to hear something about Jordan Walsh, especially with the Celtics roster shaking up now.
Well, and I don't know what's going to be going on there, but I haven't seen their summer league roster yet. But they're not in this first group. So this California group going on right now, I'm not quite. I can pull it up and see when the next group is to see if he's going to be in it or not.
Let me see. Him, Nick Smith. We know that Moses is injured and rehabbing.
Yeah, he wouldn't be in the summer league. But you've got Jonas Adu. You've got the two guys today. Malik Thomas will be playing. We had a graphic.
Your boy
Nick Pringles with the Celtics.
There you go.
Watch him average like 10 and 10.
Watch him. Right. I'm curious to see how Trevor Brazil's going to play with the Nuggets in the summer league.
I wonder if they'll tell him, hey, when Joker is on the bench, that's when you do what you're supposed to do. Shoot the three. Get in the paint.
I mean, just think about them two being in the game together and Joker throwing him a lob.
It's nasty.
Because Joker's going to get the attention around the 3-point line. And then that could be a good combo if he can get on the court.
Imagine if Brazil was Aaron Gordon's size. You imagine
just if he puts on 15, 20 pounds.
That's what I'm getting at. He could be that. And that was what I was thinking of. And you get that duo. It'd be like, they could be like when the LA Clippers had Lob City. You have that duo where you, like you said, it's Jokic is out there and he's doing his thing. And again, you get a teammate who's willing to conform around their star and off of them. I mean, it's going to be a fun league. I mean, we're starting to see a lot of good talent.
There you go.
They would just stop shooting 73s a game and they would start playing ball. It would be more entertaining, but it's going to be.
It'll definitely be a better product. I like some of the superstars moving. It's now evening out the league. It's kind of like us watching NIL on the college level. You dig what I'm saying? So now we got superstars spread out, so it's not all packed up the same 3 dudes on different squads. It doesn't matter where LeBron go. He's going to direct a lot of attention as far as their game going to be on every single week. If he goes to Golden State, they may be the oldest damn roster in the league. That's the only problem I have with that. I like the talent. I like the chemistry. Anthony Davis, he can stay where the hell he at because it doesn't matter. He won't finish the season.
He's glass.
Yeah, he won't finish the season, so it doesn't matter. What they call him, street clothes? I think Charles Barkley called street clothes.
Well, I call him glass. Remember when Samuel Douglas, he was in that movie.
All right, so we got Acuff, obviously, Malik, obviously, Trevin, we've talked about. Adu, we've already seen. Or Adu Thero. Jonas Adu is playing for Utah. John L. Davis is playing for Orlando. Ricky Council is playing for Orlando. Audis Tony is playing for Orlando.
Wow.
Barry Dunning Jr. is playing for Portland. And then now we've seen Pringle with Boston. Jordan Walsh was not listed yet as going to be participating, but that could change. But I think he's kind of solidified his spot in the Celtics rotation.
Real quick, Adam, I think Jared had a comment for you. It wasn't no, hold on. It wasn't for you directly. He said, I just hate he went to Sacramento talking about Acuff to work organization the NBA.
Don't try to bring Phoenix into this.
You did, I didn't. Moving on. He did say thoughts on Malik's contract though. 4 years, $9 million.
That's what happens when you fall to the second round.
So it's okay. Porter, I want you in this.
Okay.
I know you guys talked about it and the whole, it's always a what if. If you're an Arkansas fan, it's what if. If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Don't know if you heard that. I heard it growing up. Anyhow, with that being said, the what if he came back?
I just think there's too much. I think it'd been like a situation with Nick Smith Jr. or Moses Moody. You need to go out where, yes, he was timid. I think he was very timid, and I was worried about him needing to gain that confidence going into the next level. But you have as much talent as you have, and I'm not saying anything. Darius Acuff is amazing, but you're going to have 2, possibly 3 players like him. We've seen how timid Malik Thomas was with just one person like Acuff. What's going to happen if you have 2 of them? He falls back. I just think that he wants to be a number 2 guy, number 3 guy. And now going to the NBA, maybe, but I think he made the right decision. Now thinking about it, really looking at the options and the talent we have, he made the right decision going. Because again, I think his stock would have fallen if he would have come back another year.
No doubt. Adam, real quick, Jared has a legitimate question. I'll see if you can answer it for me. Whatever happened to Ewan? Is he still trying to play college?
Can't.
Eligibility is over?
None of the players with the 5 and 5 can be grandfathered in.
I forgot. That's the new rule.
Yep. So all those trying to get the extensions and whatnot ain't happening. I don't know how it's going to work for football. All they talked about that it was for basketball, just because you still had like Ole Miss's quarterback that did get his extension. So I think those players like that, they're okay because it was before the rule came into effect. But the players that were still waiting on the waivers and whatnot, too bad. You don't get to come back. And so that's one of those things too. Now he's going to have to deal with, which he wouldn't have been drafted anyway.
Right.
But now he's going to have to hope to be able to get workouts with teams, or he's going to just have to go overseas.
You better learn how to speak Mandarin and figure it out.
Unless there's some way for him to get into like the G League draft when they have that. It's one of those that he, in that sense, he kind of screwed himself.
Yeah, so the NCAA has already cut things out with the young man from Texas Tech quarterback, Sorsby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He signed with the UFL, I think.
Right. So they said we're not doing a supplemental draft just because you decide to be greedy and you know what I'm saying, So yeah, I can see them doing the same thing in basketball. Hell, at this point, if you ain't grandfathered in, it is what it is. We're moving on. Like it's too many dudes clogging up the pipeline. Either get the hell on and go overseas or just try to make it to the league and play G League. Transplant Chicken says Cavs gave up the first round pick, paid less for Leak, and got some other picks next season. Did they promise Leak a first round pick?
No. I don't think they promised him anything.
Based on what? I mean, it kind of goes what I was saying. What did we see out of Malik Thomas compared to how much rookie talent we had in this year's draft showed that he was a first-round draft pick?
Well, and the only thing I say, and this was me being, and I understand the whole, like, you risk injury coming back. I was just looking at it from the standpoint of, he could garner $2 to $2.5 million to come back to Arkansas, up his draft stock, get into that lottery. But yes, then you run the risk. Yes, then you're coming back to an Arkansas team that has arguably an even better guard room than we had last year.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you do run that risk. And by the way, folks, starting July 31st, Arkansas men's basketball will be playing in the Bahamas in that tournament. So we'll get our first look at this team. I'm anxious to see them. I believe some of the games are going to be on the ESPN networks in some capacity, so we should be able to watch those.
One more thing before we move on think about this too. If he's coming back to raise his draft stock, how would that affect it from a team aspect of, we've seen what A-Cup did singular for the team. How would that hold them back going to a Final Four, Elite Eight when you need a team vibe opposed to he's trying to come back just to raise his stock? And is he going to shoot the ball more? Is he going to try to do more? Is he going to turn the ball over more? I think a lot of that would play into coming in March Madness. Would you turn into a Darren Peterson type of thing where it's all about you and then you just cash out? Or, like I said, what if he comes in, it's not working, then he just skips out?
I'm
happy with the season.
Adam, we about to get into this recruiting, but I want to touch on this and cap that out. What Porter just said. So Porter, what's the young man that he tried to draft Waters last year, ended up coming back.
Knox.
And then he transferred out. This is the same situation, right? It could be. When we look at like, damn, there's A-Cup that came in and took this man chicken. Like, hey, you thought you was coming back to up your draft stock.
Yep.
We looked at you and said, they gave you some pointers, work on these things. This can help out your stock next year. You didn't do shit, sir. You came back and then said I'm a transfer for some more money because it didn't work out because A-Cuff and Malik balled on you. Carter Knox syndrome. Left draft freshman year and now is playing in Louisville. Yep, in the junior season. Must strike. Yep, while the iron is hot, absolutely. Jared says, speaking on NIL, which former QB would have made the most? Matt Jones, Tyler Wilson, or Ryan Mallett?
We'll come back to that question because we're gonna talk a little bit Razorback football at the end of the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Yeah, you already got it.
It.
So you're talking about recruiting, basketball recruiting. What we looking like? What's left? Are we gonna get the big guy that we think we're gonna get?
So Caleb Aruga is set to announce. We think that he's going to announce after this next week because he's currently in a 2-week tournament.
Okay.
I would have liked for him to have skipped the tournament. I get it. You have obligations to your team that you're currently with, whatever. I just wish, maybe if he had skipped the tournament and then he could have gone to the Bahamas with this team. Would he have probably played? No, because he hadn't practiced with them.
Right.
But him and Davion Thompson, I believe his last name is, they are both projected to reclassify and come to Arkansas in 2026. We're just waiting for it to happen. Could things change between now and the time that happens? Yes. But all the signs are pointing to these two guys reclassifying and coming to Arkansas.
Yeah, we know those situations can be fluid. We could get one bit of information and the next day we get something else. You never know. But hopefully this thing comes to fruition. To have those two guys reclassify, have a big that, hey, he may not be a one and done. He may be very raw, but his skill set may be top tier. So maybe a guy who can actually get stronger, understand Kyle's system, and be a center point for the squad next year with all the hype they may have coming back. Because a lot of these guys are going to end up leaving at this point.
Segue into Monday Night Football. Before we do that, this is just another little, BS because it's the summer and we're doing whatever. Porter sent me this earlier, and we want to see your thoughts.
I seen that shit, dude. That was so when I initially looked at it, when
his name was Noah there for a minute.
When you get to scrolling, you just see stuff, and I'm looking like. And I look at the caption. I'm a social media person that believes in reading captions and comments. I don't like people who look and just respond. You don't know what the hell is going on. You just respond. So I said, wait a minute. Same name, same school. It's a black dude and a white dude. How do you not get that? How do you not get that right? This is why I don't buy the game when it first came out, because it's always bugs. You got to let it play itself.
But this is the second year in a row that this is happening. So that's what makes it even worse.
I tried. Hey, man, he might be able to use it to his advantage, man. This could be NIL. He can get 2 NIL checks.
Yeah.
It's 2 different people. Y'all say that's me. I'm telling you, this is me. I need checks for both of us. Hey, man, we've seen crazy things in college football, so you just never know what the heck could happen from that. Real quick, are we holding our breath for the reclassified announcement?
I don't think we're holding our breath. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. I think we're pretty certain that both of these guys are going to. I think Caleb Aruga is more likely to do it sooner. Maybe they're waiting. We don't know. Things change daily, but all signs are pointing to both of them are going to come to Arkansas. And you only have so long before you have to do it. So because you've got to enroll and whatnot. So I expect
a question on that.
Yeah.
How much longer are we going to even worry about recruiting? How much longer is recruiting even going? I'm not saying it doesn't matter at all, but how much longer before recruiting is even looked at the way it is because of NIL and transfer portal? We're talking about, especially in football. I mean, we're talking about recruiting rankings when it don't really hardly mean anything anymore because you have more talent coming in the transfer portal than you do your recruiting class.
I get what you're saying, but then at the same time, like Calipari has said, he's not going to use.
I'm leaning more towards football than basketball. Sorry, but I want to clarify. It does mean more.
In football, it does not matter. Yeah. I know, they came out with this. I saw a graphic or something the other day about Alabama's not going to have, they're not even probably going to crack the top 25, and they've had one of the top recruiting classes for X amount of years. And I'm just looking at it like high school recruiting in football does not matter anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only person I would see that would matter to is that kid at where is it, Maryland? It's getting $2 million or whatever a year coming out of high school.
Yes.
The high school senior, and he signed a multi-year deal, something like that. I mean, it's stupid, but at the same time, high school recruiting does not matter anymore because these guys are going to one school and in a year or two later they're transferring out.
Yeah. Yeah. And that could all be BS. I mean, he hasn't even made a decision. He's throwing out there, he's projected to make 1.2 or 2 million. That could all be fluff. I mean, who is going to give a freshman running back $2 million a year when you're playing Power 4 football? I don't know him or seen any highlights, but it's hard for me to believe in this era. I mean, because you don't even see NFL running backs getting special treatment when they go to the NFL. So it's hard for me to believe that this dude's really going to get $2 million a year in college as a running back.
His stats, his sophomore, junior year, those don't garner $2 million coming into college. And then, I mean, you're 6 foot 205. Cool. You were clocked at a 4.38, I think, or whatever. But your sophomore year, you had 1,700 yards. Yes, that is a lot. But at the same time, look at what some of these other guys are doing. And they're not getting $2 million coming into the. And what happened? Okay, so y'all say you're going to go to Maryland for $2 million. What happens if you tear your ACL in your senior year?
Yeah,
a lot can happen your senior year. You still got to play your senior year of football.
Yep.
And good luck going to Maryland. You're playing in the Big Ten, and all good and well. But what if you don't have an O line and you're going up against Michigan, Ohio State? No, I mean it doesn't mean anything. I mean,
Right.
you're only as good as your offensive line, especially when you're a running back.
High school players still matter for men's basketball.
Yeah.
And I didn't clarify that when I was talking. That's where I thought we were still talking about football recruiting. That's why I'd asked that point. But yes, absolutely. In basketball, it still does.
But no, I expect the two guys to. Aruga, I feel like will have in first, but both of them this summer are going to reclassify and commit to Arkansas.
Gotcha. Now, a lot is going on behind the scenes. I know we're talking Razorback everything, but around the world, the number one sport is football. Yeah. Look, so Porter has on his USA. He's representing his son is a fan, and he is definitely supporting and representing with his USA gear. Now, I'm glad that a lot of people, like my cousin called me, they was like, "Dog, you watching the game?" I said, "Game? It's the playoffs over with. What are you talking about?" Now, I forgot. It's so many Americans who don't watch like football, soccer, and don't watch tennis. But now with no basketball, no football, and you got to wait midday for some baseball, you got dudes sitting at the house flipping channels and saying, "What's up with this tennis? What's up with this soccer?" And I said, "It's called a match. It's not a game. It's not the same thing. You got to have the terminology together."
It's not a uniform in soccer. It's a kid.
There you go. Soccer. This is America. Yeah.
I think a lot of it's because it's the World Cup. I think that is the biggest part of it. Like, you wouldn't have me watching any other soccer match, but I love the World Cup. There's something about it, and I think America is getting a taste of. It was funny when you hear the people over across the pond talking about the SEC fan bases and college. They're like, no, we have 20,000 people showing up for a dart competition. Look at the fan bases, and you had 800,000 people in Mexico City when we're talking about fan bases. It would be like the whole city of New York shut down for, let's say, Rutgers football. I mean, that's the magnitude of what this is happening, and you're seeing right now England's up 2-1 against Mexico, but you're seeing watch parties. You're seeing people all over the country celebrate. I mean, like I said, Norway won today, and they were doing the row. It's
Neymar retired.
Neymar retired
after they lost. He retired.
Oh, damn, that sucks. But I'll tell you what, Porter. Speaking on what you said, and Adam, we'll go straight into the football. What you got on it? But I think for me to be able to watch the World Cup is similar to me as the Olympics.
Yeah,
this is a time where if you're not a patriotic person, if you're not, I know I live here, it's just where I live, whatever, but you take a different type of pride in the country that you come from when it comes to international sporting events. This is why I love the World Cup so much. I love the Olympics. People have a different sense of pride. When you talk about American pride, it seems like across the board, we all have the same understanding of what that means in regards to sports. It's not a regional situation where you say, "Hey, I'm from the South. And I love America." Now that sounds a little different from somebody, you know what I'm saying, on specific West saying, "Hey, I love America." It's a totally different thing. But this situation we got going with the World Cup is a phenomenal situation. People are so engulfed in the sport, supporting, understanding some of the stories of the people who actually are on the USA team. For a while, social media let us know people didn't even know America had a damn team. They didn't even know American USA was in the World Cup. So to be able to see what's going on and people are perking their ears up and being more interested in the international sport, I think it's a great thing. I think it's also a great thing for this younger generation who have young kids. Put your kids in soccer. Dude, if anything else, they can play another sport for the rest of their life. They choose if God bless them with that talent. But what I've learned, and when my son gets old enough, his mom plays soccer. I never played soccer. I never understood the point of running up and down the field and the score is 1-0 at the end. But I had to understand after a while, watching somebody like Joel Embiid, who talk about, hey, the reason why I'm like this is because when I was a kid, I played soccer. So my footwork is elite, even at this size. So it doesn't matter what sport you play. Soccer translates as far as endurance. Definitely is a team sport in that situation. Learn to work well with others. And like I said, the whole running up and down the field, the endurance building, and the footwork,
no timeouts.
Phenomenal. Hell no. Hoping for the red card. I know you said, you said something about it. What happened with the red card? You gonna touch on that?
So the red card got overturned, and there was a lot of confusion around what happened with it. Courtney Mims put out a tweet that explained what happened was FIFA knows they broke their own rules. And she says, FIFA says you cannot use slow motion to instigate a red card review, which they did. This was the right move by FIFA because they shouldn't have gotten or he shouldn't have got a red card based on their own protocol. So their protocol is you cannot use slow motion replay to instigate the red card. Therefore, they did, and they reversed their decision. So that is why a lot of people are going to take credit for it. This is the reason why.
Gotcha.
Be some orange people taking credit for it. Not yes. Anyway, and I here's my thing. Okay, you could two scenarios, and this doesn't have to do with Balogan, whatever his name is. This was just the matchups that I feel like FIFA messed up on. You could have had yesterday on July 4th,
USA,
America versus England.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you didn't.
Yeah.
But I will say this: you screwed Belgium because you're having Belgium play at the home of the 12th man on Monday Night Football primetime.
That's gonna be wow. You talk about experiences, Porter. Man, guys talking about how they enjoyed Auburn Jordan Hare Stadium with the eagle flying. Dude, the 12th man, it's gonna be straight ruckus.
I don't realize, like, I would have spent a good $600-700 for. I wanted, my son and I had made plans to go. We thought that tickets were like $400 for two people. They were $600 for one. And this was in the early stages. I was going to go to Kansas City and do this, but it just was not feasible. But that's how bad I wanted to go. Like, I've always the World Cup. Again, I'm like you. I don't watch soccer, but there's something about this that draws me to. I watch the World Cup every time. I told Adam a long time ago, I mean, it stopped a civil war in the Horn of Africa. Like they made it, and they stopped their civil war to watch their country play. I'm a very patriotic person, and it's the fact that you touched on something that it's not left, right. We're Americans, and we're watching our country play. 2 weeks ago, we're booing a flyover. Now we're celebrating one. 2 weeks ago, we're getting the crap beat out of us for wearing the opponent's jersey in New York City and San Antonio. Now we're exchanging them. I mean, we're seeing a different level of, imagine 60, 70,000 people running through the streets of your city and not one damn person gets hurt.
Yeah.
That is what makes me where I'm like, holy crap, this is amazing. Watching people sing Country Roads and all the and the Dixieland Delight, and they're singing, and you're talking about Kyle Field. I mean, there's just so much that why can't we take that and learn from that? And Adam was talking about last week, after the World Cup, it's going to be like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and we're just going to be like, oh, we're back to hating each other again.
Oh yeah,
Empty living room, sitting there just looking around.
That train is never too late. You know, it's just how it works somehow. But like I said, I hope that everybody can see what we're seeing and embrace what we're seeing, because it's a wonderful thing. I think this is the type of place that we all imagine this country will be growing up as kids.
Yeah.
So the fact that we can see it, man, it's like watching the NBA playoffs, and it's like watching the finals every day. It's like it's that type of intensity. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so dope of an experience. Adam, I know you were a stellar athlete. You played basketball. Did you ever play football?
Yes, until 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have soccer at Ozark.
We played at the boys' club. We won my last year. We won the championship at the boys' club, and I remember in one of the reasons I quit was because I don't know why I decided to, but I don't even know what the position was, for whatever. Dude kicked it. He was trying to shoot on the goal, kicked it. I dove in front of it. It hit me in the chest and knocked the wind out of me, and I was done. I was over it at that point.
Oh gosh.
Hey man, look. So that means, wait a minute. If I remember correctly, that's one trophy for soccer, and you got another trophy in the case at Fort Smith for basketball.
2 conference titles.
Oh shit! Pop your shit, player. Pop your shit. I love it. I love it. All right. What else we got, fellas?
It's not on the ticker here, but this is just something that I came across before we got on the show. This is just going back to the football, and we can bring back up Jared's question here in a second. But this was put up, I think it was back in May, but Chris Phillips, our friend over at SEC Unfiltered, he put out Arkansas football's best and worst case scenario for this upcoming season. And I know here we're coming into August. Hootens has came out.
You got that cover?
I think Porter has it.
Porter got it.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna start over the next. We're gonna do some research and stuff first, but as we get into August, we're gonna start going into our football preseason hype, preseason talk, things of that nature. But this is SEC Unfiltered. What is this? Did you quit basketball after getting deep?
Oh, dog, Ty. I love what Ty come through with.
One was intended. Sonny Weems don't mean college, and I was already done playing.
Well, that don't count, man.
So, but this is SEC Unfiltered's best and worst case for Arkansas football.
Here's the best case scenario where you can find 7 wins on this schedule. Maybe I'm being a little bit overzealous and over optimistic, because let's talk worst case scenario. Guys, worst case, I got 3-9. Just, I don't know if Arkansas realistically has the horses in the stable to compete at the highest level this season. And I don't know that anybody's expecting Ryan Silverfield to do that in year one, but I don't even know, guys, if Ryan Silverfield was the right hire. I really don't. I thought the hire was underwhelming. I certainly wasn't blown away. I mean, Silverfield wasn't even their first choice. They wanted Golish and booted that whole deal. So take it for what it's worth. And again, a realistic worst case where it's just the teeth of the schedule shows you are fighting an uphill battle. You just simply don't have the talent. And like I said, guys, it's an unforgiving schedule. So, best case, I got 7-5. Worst case, I've got 3-9. Would love to hear from you all. What's the best case, worst case for the Hogs entering year one of Ryan Silverfield?
What's your boy? Because I know you're a good wrestling fan. What's your boy name with the beer?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And what was his favorite little thing to say when you ask you a question? No, that was The Rock. What The Rock you say? Ask you a question.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what Ryan Silverfield does year one. For me, he said 3-9. It's hard for me to hear some.
What you think?
It doesn't. It's hard to hear him say 3-9, but I actually have them probably at 3 or 4 games, just because of this comment that Jared put in the situation. There you go, Jared. I'm still confused. I feel like
people have been saying that, and just talking about the video game earlier, that KJ Jackson is apparently a beast on NCAA 27.
And that's why it's a video game. The hell with that. He is average in real life. So with that being said, I think the quarterback that needs to be playing, he looks like Porter or he looks like Adam. He does not look like me.
You're still going with the guy from Angelo State or whatever?
I'm rocking with the white boys. I'm fucking the white boys.
Angelo State.
First, hold on, Porter. You know I rock with you.
Yeah.
But fuck Clemson. Anyway.
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that?
Because you love
in your cheer one.
When I tell you love Clemson, oh dog. Oh, you can't help but just bring up Clemson every blue moon and that.
That's all right. We got to.
You love them though. I gotta just
love them. Yeah.
But
championships, I got to see them win.
Yeah. There you go. At least half of your life you can see one of your teams win a championship. Yeah. But I say it like this. The dude from Clemson, I checked him out from high school. He's from Texas now. He can ball. He can sling it. Yeah. The dude from Angelo State, I'm going to keep talking about these two dudes because I feel like either one of them is better than the two guys who are up there now. I just do. I feel like they have that it factor. I feel like they have that moxie.
Braden Fuller.
Yeah. They have that. They both have that moxie that you need in that huddle to say, hey, we're out, man. We're out talented. Hell, let's put it on our back and let's see what we can do. That's what we need. I don't need nobody who will just listen to the coach. We watched that last year with Taylor Green, run in reverse for a negative 12 yards and get sacked. Dude, I need somebody who say, to hell with that call. Hey, coach, you're going with this. Hey, man, get open. I don't want to hear it. I need that. And I feel like those two guys, one of them has it. And the only thing about the 4 wins for the season, it's going to take us too long to make a decision. Because you still decide between AJ and KJ right now. And neither one of them hasn't blown you away to say, I'm definitively the starter. What you guys got?
And against a defense that's what? what's our defense? I mean, you're not going against a top tier defense. You're going against an Arkansas defense. So if you're not dominating against one where they're setting it up to have the offense shine, and you're not blowing it up to where when they had the red-white game and it was what 23 what was the score?
14-13 or something like that.
14-13. Yeah. You're having it set up to where that's red flag number one. But yeah, I'm with you. But again, it's like Chris was talking about, right? Well, he wasn't there for, but who's going to come to Arkansas right now until they start winning, until they start getting NIL money? Nobody is going to want to come to Arkansas. It's going to take somebody who's willing to take that risk and build a program here. It's going to have to take that coach that you get lucky with for this thing to get back to where you could get that coach who wants to come to Arkansas. We have to accept that. And I also think, look, these content creators and these guys know if you mention Arkansas, it's going to get clicks. It's low-hanging fruit, and it's like, to me, it's starting to get to the point where me and Adam love jumping on the Hunter Yurachek bandwagon and trashing him. But to me, when it comes to Ryan Silverfield, it's almost like I'm starting to root for him more and more and more because it's low-hanging fruit. All the big people, the big content guys, they're picking on Arkansas because they know it's going to get their summer clicks. And it's starting to get irritating because, man, give him a chance. We know what's going on, but they know what they're doing, and they're not giving him – I mean, they might say he might be the worst coach in the SEC, but you're putting him against people has a better record against them. I don't think he's the 16th best coach in the conference, but they're going to do that because they know it's going to get clicks. So I want them. I don't think they'll get more than 4 wins, but man, I want them to succeed because I want this thing to turn around.
Adam Porter, real quick, and Adam, I'm gonna segue to you. I think for me, the expectations are not high. My biggest thing is who you say you are, the coach speak, the phrases, the catchphrases, etc. that Adam can't stand. My biggest thing is this, sir. Every week we tune in to watch you guys. I want to see an effort I haven't seen since Houston Nutt.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see. It may not equal or evaluate or be equivalent to the W column, but I want these guys to fight till the whistle blows, till it hits 0 on the clock. That's what I want to see. And I would also like you to be able to maintain and increase the value of your recruiting class for the following year. That's what I want to see. That's what matters to me. I don't expect you to win a lot of games. I don't expect you to go to a bowl game. I think it's going to be a tough road. But you need to show enough to where a guy is sitting somewhere at a team that's probably going to play the national championship and he hasn't played all season. He said, I can go to Arkansas and change that whole roster.
My whole thing is, I mean, I'm still sticking with 3-9. I'm not coming off of that. Will I be glad if they do? Hell yeah, I will be.
Yeah.
Kind of like this last season, though. I'm going to take things game by game. You know, if you're 1-1, you're right. I mean, it's going to be. I'm going to dissect what you have done so far, not what we think you're going to do or do. Like, I'm going to look at the body of work that's on the field.
Yeah.
And it's one of those. I'm not going to have all these high expectations just to have the letdown. Yeah. Because that's what too many people do. They come out here like, oh, we're going to win 9-10 games. Bullshit. How many times have we won 9-10 games? Like, we're coming out here with all these predictions of things that we have not done.
Yeah. And it's like the Survivor show. They have this thing called Outlast. And you go out there and you okay, there's a baseline. You have a baseline. My baseline is 3-9. So the fact is, that's where we're judging this team on is a 3-win season. Now, if they start progressing and they're saying, oh, this team could be a 6-win season, then that's our baseline. I'm judging this next game on they should be a 6-win team. If they slip down, then we go from there. But, you know, that's
fireworks are starting.
There you go. Hey, Michelle, you should still keep hope alive. Rest in peace, Jesse Jackson. We just know better. We tried it several times over. I tell anybody, look, if you out here in this world and you single and you can't find somebody to love you for who you are, go find your Arkansas fan. When I tell you Arkansas fans are loyal, no matter what type of flaws and faults you got, they ain't going nowhere. They've been Cowboys fans for years. Cardinals fans for you.
Steelers fans.
Whoa.
No, you just agreed.
I see how you agreed. I see how you slid it in there, my guy.
I'm going to slide another one in because you're talking about this right here. Yeah.
Adam.
Talking about the Glizzards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who started? They're talking about they wanting Adam to say the all in. Who started
All in.
that? DP. Who started all in? Who started that?
All in.
Ryan
started that
Silverfield
back
in
in
Memphis.
2008.
Well, I would say Ryan Silverfield, but it was
No. Who started that back in 2008? Who did you say I love to mention in these shows? And who do I like to bring up? And who do I love?
Dabo.
Dabo started all in
I thought you were going to say
2008.
Barack Obama.
This is true.
No.
No, but he right. He right though. He right.
So that's the thing that I've said that a couple times. Everybody's embracing this all in, and I'm just like, are we really?
Are we embracing it, or is it being force fed to us?
It's force fed. It's just like the schedule thing last year. Look how tough our schedule is. Now
That's
now
every year.
no time clocks on. There's no time clocks on the wall.
Well, here's the thing too, with like the strength of schedule, and our schedule is always the toughest. Our schedule is always the toughest because look at our record from the season before.
There you go.
When you're the bottom feeder, your strength of schedule is going to be a high one.
Correct.
So it's one of I'm not going to use the schedule as correct. Yeah, is it a bitch of a schedule? It is,
but it's always going to be that.
I'm going to look at those games like we've talked about, those one score games, 5 minutes or under in the fourth quarter. What is this coaching staff going to do to put this team in the position to win? And so I think we just have to look at the coaching decisions, the fight that this team has, and how many of these games, and maybe that this coaching staff will do better than the previous, that when we're in these positions of these one score games,
make the adjustment, damn it.
Make the adjustments to win them. And I think that that's what Arkansas is going to have to do to get more than 3 wins, is they're going to have to find ways to win a few of these games that were these one score games from the last season.
Correct.
That's going to be a big plus. You start seeing adjustments and people that are competent enough to make adjustments in a game where you could, even if you lose the game, they're adjusting to it and they're not letting people run all over them. And what was it last year when Pittman there? How many points did they score in the second half? Like their first half scoring and offense compared to their second half was just atrocious.
Yeah.
And if you see that difference, I want to see progression. I want to see progress. And I know you could have look at last year, the offense they had, you had the shit defense and you won 2 games. Yeah. If you start turning it around where you're playing better as a team, and you might win 3-4 games, but we're seeing the progress, then I'll buy in.
No, for sure. For sure. I do want to give a shout out real quick. I know we get ready to shut it down in a few. Jared, we haven't touched bases with you about the name. Let us know what's going on with the name, Adam, if you could at some point. But we still got to put up the poll. Still got to put up the poll for, if you don't know, on the last show we did a gender reveal for Jared and his lady. And I found his lady's name and I forgot it. But either way, so Jared and his lady having a baby. He's been trying to get the name Darren, as in Darren McFadden, as his child. So we said we're going to do a poll. So we got to put that in effect. I just want to shout you out because I seen you tapped in. Michelle, thank you for tapping in. Love to see you being here on the regular. Transplant Texan, as always. Where's Ryan? Ryan, where are you? Ty, I'm glad to see you here tonight. Justin, none. Justin has stuff going on. He was eating barbecue yesterday and probably drinking Budweiser. But he said he's back from a reunion and a scrape. Dude, Nashville.
Wait, I got something for his last comment.
Hey, what is the name of the
hello? You play to win the game.
Always got something.
What is the name of that quarterback? And
AJ Whitmore.
What?
I thought you were talking about the Nashville quarterback.
I am talking about a Nashville quarterback. This was tall, lanky white dude. It was cold. What was his name?
Was it back in the 90s?
Yes, it was 97, 98. That motherfucker was cold.
And he had a hell of a wide receiver in Greg.
How old were y'all back then?
Yeah.
I
was in high school.
I was in high school. I remember because look,
I was 10.
But he was in the paper every week. I was like, who is this dude?
You want somebody to go back to 90s high school football. I got you on that.
Yeah. Okay.
You had Clark, you had Josh Floyd, you had Brooks Coatney out of Green.
Yeah.
Dude, it was
you
talk about a time to be alive. And you only got to see that on the 30 minutes after the news. Like you had Friday night flights and stuff. But yes, Jared McBride and Greg Washington was one of the best duos. And then you had Brooks Coatney and Chris Weibel, how you pronounce his name. But then you had Zach Clark and at Springdale. I mean, that was
dudes.
Yes.
See, we forgot you was in what, elementary school then or something? I don't know.
I was 10 years old.
Yeah, I graduated in 2000. But I remember the GOAT.
Yeah. So I'm like, but see, Adam, you say that, and like, even though I wasn't in that range of those guys, my brother, the closest age to me, he was in the age group. So,
well, see, and then my first intro, because I didn't pay attention much to football when I was young.
Okay.
But my real introduction to football, my brother was a sophomore at Northside, and it was Matt Jones' senior year at Northside. So that was my introduction. Really, was Matt Jones at Northside winning the state championship in 2000.
That'd be 2001. He graduated in 01.
Yeah, so that was.
I remember the Van Buren Matt Jones. We played against him when he was Van Buren, but my introduction was Basil Shabazz. Like, I was in grade school and we watched him when I was living on the air base and watched him. And then, of course, Madre Hill. You know, I mean, you talk about some dudes, and I credit one person from Northside. Everybody wants to talk about the GOAT in high school football. It's Basil Shabazz.
It's no other person. Yeah.
But the closest one was Kaneko Logan out of Northside. That was
Kaneko Logan out of Northside. He was cold.
That dude was cold.
And don't hate because he went to, you went to Northside. But
there's reasons why.
Yeah, there's off the field reasons why.
Oh, guess what? Sounds racist. Either way,
you can look it up. I mean,
I know what he did. I know the whole. I know the backstory behind it.
That was the coldest person. Like,
he was. The number 2 running back in the country. But number 1 was Kevin Falk that season.
Yeah,
he won a Super Bowl with the Patriots.
Well, and then you had the kid D'Angelo Williams. That dude was cold too. You had a bunch of.
I wish Matt
went to Tennessee. Clarendon. From Clarendon. Houston.
What's his name? Cedric Houston.
That dude was cold. Y'all want to do a high school, like, I'm telling you, I can go down.
Virgil Jones at Little Rock Central. What's my dude name? At Watson Chapel?
I don't remember that one.
He know Watson Chapel. What's his name? Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson was hard back then.
Dedrick Poole was too out of Central.
Dedrick Poole, Lake Central. Who else? Now, me and Cobbs is close to me. So Cobbs is a year under me.
Cobbs.
Yeah. So Cobbs, we used to go to football practice, and he'd be like, "Hey, Cobbs, got to go to track practice." I'm like, "How the hell he don't have to practice it?" He was just built like that. Andre Key, Andre Cunningham, Brian Jones. I'm just remember all dudes that was in my era before my era. Corey Nichols. How can I forget Corey Nichols at McClellan, bro?
Yeah.
His highlight
people don't really, I mean, now, Darren McFadden was good in high school, but he's like Peyton Hillis was a better high school running back than Darren McFadden, because
Darren McFadden had to play too many positions.
Yes.
He had to be everything.
That dude, they put him in the back. He was a defensive back, and they run a one-man. I mean, he was like a center fielder. They had him in the center field, and he just track it down. He was very athletic, but
the offense Conway ran back then with Peyton Hillis. It just
I got a funny story about that. Go ahead.
Don't tell me he ran you over. Go ahead.
No, not me. So my sophomore season, I think it was his senior season. Whatever. No, summer. I don't know if it was junior season. Anyway, Northside was playing at Conway. I think it was the playoffs, and I've had the same 4 best friends since we were like 12. Well, they played. A couple of them played football at Northside. Mm-hmm. And one of them was on kickoff. And so ball was kicked off. He's running down the field and he sees Peyton in front of him. And he just it's beeline, like there's no moving, whatever. And Peyton Hillis just laid him out. And he just remembers getting hit. And then he remembers waking up on the sideline. He doesn't remember anything in between it.
Yeah.
Peyton was swole.
In high school, he had a truck bed that was full of rocks. And they said he would. And I think they done a story on it in Hooten's magazine. He would put it on his shoulders and he would go back and forth on the field. And that was his leg workout. That was his workout. And yeah.
Who was the dude at Benton High School? Because I think Benton played my school in the championship in '99. It had a hell of a running back in '99. So see, my school, that was Ty Forte.
Yeah, not ringing a bell on that one.
That was for Quan. That was Cedric Cobbs in that school. Tony Allen. Yeah, it was a bunch of dudes on the team. I can't think. It was some dude at Benton that was cold as a running back. White dude. And I was like, who the hell is dude? I thought it was Peyton Hillis.
Yeah,
he was cold though. He was cold. Matt Jones football. Okay, the question. Let me go back to that question. Who would have made the most money? That was Jared's question.
Yeah, it's right here.
Got it.
Mallet.
Speaking of NIL, which former QB would have made the most NIL? Matt Jones, Tyler Wilson, Ryan Mallett. Ryan Mallett. He had too much sauce off the field.
Yeah.
Well, and then you just, I mean, I know Tyler Wilson and Mallett like overlapped. You just got to look at you go back to Matt Jones or whatever, and you got to think what you're looking at the late 90s or early 2000s. Money's different.
I'll go Matt Jones because he's a local product and what he meant. He's up there with the Darren McFadden, and I think if if you want to go NIL, and what corporation could you have got behind? What person? Yeah, Ryan Mallett would have got money. I think Matt Jones would have got it.
I just look at the stage that Bobby Petrino put Arkansas on with Ryan Mallett would have garnered Ryan Mallett a bag.
It's pause. Nobody said anything wrong. Do y'all not understand Ryan Mallett went to Michigan?
Yeah.
I understand that. I'm
talking NIL.
Arkansas,
Michigan.
And you get
Arkansas was an afterthought. He would have made all this money in Michigan. But
could you put Mitch Mustang up there too, though? If he would have stayed, would he have gotten NIL money? Because I'm looking at these Arkansas products, and I know how Arkansas fan base is. Yes, they loved Ryan Mallett when he come in, but you got to look. Matt Jones played basketball, and when he got in there, and he was the fan favorite.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at from an NIL, name, image, and likeness, he could have very easily got a Frank Fletcher money. He could have easily got a Hunt money. I think in that time, if he could have got NIL, I think he would have got a hell of a deal because of just how athletic he was, and he was the fan favorite.
Yeah. It seems like Arkansas always has that one guy. I'm not going to say what he looks like. He sits on the bench and he gets in at the very end of the game, and he's a local guy, and everybody's excited about it.
About like Blake Lawson Blake.
I forgot the other dude from Fayetteville too.
Oh yeah,
Kiko
Haidar.
There you go.
Kiko Haidar played a lot though.
Yeah. He could shoot the three, man. They loved him. But he's a legend. What are we waiting on your check to see if we can get a sponsor? The naming rights. What's up with the naming rights?
We have naming rights.
We got it. We got a.
He's talking about for the name for the kid.
Oh man, look. Yeah, we got a community. We got a credit union.
Community bank credit union. Yeah.
Community America. Yeah.
If anybody has money, a bank does. Doesn't matter the size of the bank. Do either one of you motherfuckers got that type of money? No, you don't.
It's just funny that they turned down one bank for this bank.
Yeah.
Who know? That's the story they told us. What you telling me? Is that what we know, or that's what we've been fed?
Have it on good authority. Just because it wasn't in a paper doesn't mean it wasn't true.
Yeah.
I did see BJ Young mugshot, and I tried to figure out, Jared, why the hell are you back in Fayetteville? Why? Trying to get over.
You look like one of them old school Cash Money Records CD covers. That's what it reminded me of.
Kevin Wardlow of Conway, Page Hillis, running mate. Okay. Boom. Wait a minute, Matt. Okay, on football along Matt Jones.
Double dip.
Yeah, I can dig it. Jabez was all around athlete, like Bo Jackson. Yeah. Eric Mitchell from PB. Yeah. Throwback. Yeah. No, it's been some hell of a dudes came out of the state, man. I just hope that what Ryan Silverfield and his staff, I hope they truly understand what Arkansas is about. Even in our delusion that we feel like we're a greater university than we really are, or a football program, we still think this is a baseball and basketball school. It's a track and field school. We're talking championships. It's a track and field school. I know you can't run fast or do any jumping. And you played baseball growing up, and you still get out there and play with the old guys in the 40-up league. I get it. This is a damn track and field school. We're going to get up out of here. We thank you guys for supporting us. We run along because we're just rambling at this point. We definitely appreciate you guys supporting us on the 5th of July. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your weekend. Porter, real quick, I want to get this from you before we get out of here. I know you got some new endeavors going on. I've been loving seeing you do the clips in the car and talking about. Can you give us a little breakdown right there and where they can watch you at in regards to that new content you got going?
Just doing a lot of local stuff. I'm born and raised Ozark, so we had a local newspaper at one time and it went away. Print media is going away, so I wanted to do anything I could to help promote the area. So it's it's funny. It's called the Ozarker. I do visit Ozark. So there's going to be a lot of stuff there where I do social media content. And then I'm going to be doing a lot of where I'm going into the restaurants. I'm going into the businesses. So it's a lot of, yes, the Ozarker, a lot of social media content from my area. I'm working on getting, Altus, Whitaker Wine Village in Ozark. It's the little triangle here in Franklin County, to just highlight the area. It's where I'm from. I take a lot of pride in it. We're talking about patriotism and everybody, how we are about the soccer, but that's how I am about Ozark. You see the hillbilly helmet. My son plays for Ozark, went to Ozark. So a lot of passion that goes into it. So I'm looking forward. It's really taken off. It's been a lot of fun, and there's going to be more to come from that.
Gotcha. I do have one quick thing. This is something you'll see being posted. We're going to be obviously posting it on Hog Talk, but this goes for Hog HQ Live also. Yes. That will be sponsorship opportunities. I know DP touches on this a lot. You'll be seeing this going around, but any businesses, there's multiple tiers that we have going on. DM us for more info. We can get into all the specifics of everything, whether it's money, what you're going to get out of it, what you're going to get out of us, etc. But expect to see this, kind of floating around here in the coming days, weeks, months, etc.
No doubt. I think we got some opportunities coming up. I'm still looking forward to coming to Fayetteville this year to go to a game. I got some things on standby. I'm ready to do this year to take us to another level. Something that we haven't done yet. But I feel like if anybody can do it, we can. So I'm looking forward to that and see what it looks like this year. Just now, I'm gonna get you before we get up out of here. Not gonna lie. See, I'll talk about this new slang. Let me try to explain to some older people. When you read your son's text, the NGL, that's not gonna lie. Yep. See, I just put you on, right? Talking to my cousin this weekend, RS, real shit. Need to tap into South Arkansas for talent. Justin, you're not wrong.
And that's like we talked about when he was doing his little road show tour or whatever. You skipped out on the Delta. You skipped out on Southern Arkansas.
Yeah. I've been Harold say this all the time. Like, Jalen Dupree left Colorado State. We didn't recruit him here. And now he transferred, and now he's at Kansas. I can't wait to see. And he looked good when he was at Colorado State. I can't.
Well, and you had the kids, Kane Archer going to Utah.
Yeah.
Look, I understand he might not be the biggest and best thing to come to Arkansas, but the fact you should have brought him to Arkansas.
Yeah. Porter looks like DVH replacement when he retires.
That's right. Let's go.
Ozark. Ate rabbit for the first time in Ozark. No doubt about it.
Cool.
All right, man. Look, we definitely appreciate y'all for checking in with us, hanging in with us on the back end as we ramble and talk through this Arkansas news information. We thank you guys for supporting us. Don't forget to check out the Hog Talk. You guys will be on
tomorrow at 6.
That part. So make sure to hit your time, hit the notification to get notified when the guys go live, so you can tap in and share with other people who are also interested in the best brand of Razorback news on the damn internet. It's us. It is what it is. No cap, no kizzy. We up out of here. We'll see y'all the next one. Y'all be blessed. Have a great work week. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.